All right, we're live.
Right? Kahalal, Yahweh Ba'ashem Rakakah. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, who we learn the truth from. All right, and salutations unto you brothers and you few sisters that take heed. All right, we're back. All right, pushing the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Open forum. Whatever brothers have, you bring it out. Let me get Amos 9. Let me see. I'll start off with Amos 9 and 8. Someone can break it down. Um, 9 and 8. It says, Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, save the Lord Yahweh.
The Most High's eyes are upon kingdom, and the sinful kingdom in the future is America. Okay? America has cold words as Babylon the Great, daughter of Babylon. Eyes are really right. The angels come down. They see what's going on and they take it back to the Most High. And he also said that he would not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, which is really the remnant, the elect of Israel. All right, and throughout the whole scripture, the Most High has always been talking about the remnant. He's always been talking about the sinful kingdom, which is America, because that's really the main story plot right now. How America's set up, and it's doing what it can do because of the earth, establishing unrighteous decrees, oppressing the poor, which is the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, trying to really wipe away all godhood from the earth. They're trying to take the Most High out of the picture, really. That's why they have shows where they set up goddesses, and they set up themselves, man. Or everything has to do with a demon, demon name and demon symbol. All right, that's what the Most High sees. His eyes are on this place. Because this place is basically the main machine pumping all the evil works out, man. All right? It's the whore known in the scripture. And what does a whore do? Spread disease with everyone. You see, with a whore that has HIV, guess what? You're going to catch HIV in the next man, and the next man, and the next man. Okay? And this is a type of whore that isn't ashamed that it has HIV. It isn't ashamed that it's spreading its madness across the face of the earth and doesn't care who catches it. It wants you to catch it. Because the ending result that this beast wants, this whore wants, is for you to die, man. All right? And be enslaved to the system. Anyone else has anything?
I got a precept. This Isaiah 34 and 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter.
Yeah, the Most High is doing a gather. Okay, he's coming there to bring to slaughter. Basically, you know how you take an animal, and if you want to make a nice meal or whatever the case, you cut it up to slaughter the animal. You cut it in pieces,
Yeah.
throw it in a pot. Okay, and you boil it. That's how I'm saying. Nation. So you valid your how it's and that's where you're gonna basically make your burial. Okay, the middle is the pot is burial. Right? All right, that's what the Most High is coming to do. The Most High is angry.
I'm gonna jump down to verse 11. But the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it, the owl also and the raven shall dwell in it, and he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness. And that's going into how the Lord is going to utterly destroy this place. You're not going to be able to say, oh, this is Texas, this is the Canadian Detroit border, this is where the Statue of Liberty used to be. It's not going to be an ending like when Charlton Heston, was walking on that sand, and you see in the remnant of the Statue of Liberty, right? He's not going to be able to look up and say, "You did it, God damn it, you did it." No, this place is going to be waste. Okay, and the only life is going to be here is desert animals and owls and, you know, desert creatures.
Is that it?
Yeah, that was it.
Anyone else have a precept? I have something real quick.
I got a precept after you, Ak.
This is Hosea 4:1. Hear the word of Yahweh, you children of Israel, for Yahweh has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of the Most High in the land. And that's why he has the biggest beef, because there's nothing forward here when it comes down to actually acknowledging the truth. Esau gives you a little bit of truth, and he'll twist it. That's why the Most High has to create a lake of fire for the kingdom, because all Esau does is create false hope, false prosperity, and then on top of that, he likes to talk up as they're going to survive this world, and he does it through movies. You got Book of Eli, thinking that after destruction, I think they're going to just scavenge around and restart all over again. Okay, but like Brother Yorama brought out, the Most High actually is preparing you guys to slaughter, man, and for a serious fight where you cannot rise again. Okay, it says, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood touches blood. Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwells therein shall languish. With the beasts of the field and with the fowls of heaven, yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. And that's what the Most High has been doing with all these plagues so far. The fishes popping out of the water. But also he's gonna lay this place as a all desert.
Yeah. Hey, a brother just did a video out in L.A. No, it was the brother Yashawamba. The damn koala bears in Australia is dying from gonorrhea or something like that, man. And that's nothing but that's American. That's America, man. Because America's philosophy and his ways is spread over the earth, man, making it a diseased place, man. Since when do animals catch STDs? Okay. You got it, man.
I'll be having sex with these animals too.
Yeah.
Oh, Khan. This is Psalms 11:6. It says, upon the wicked he shall rain snares of fire and brimstone and a horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. And Joachim can go into that.
Bring it back out again, Baba Shah.
Khan. This is Psalms 11:6. It says, upon the wicked he shall rain snares of fire and brimstone and a horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup.
And upon the wicked, who's the wicked? We want to start with America and his government and his policy, trying to spread democracy everywhere. Other countries, they got the same, if not better, nuclear technology and war weapons better than America. And what the Lord is going to do is going to put the spirit on those nations to use those weapons. You're not going to be able to go to a museum and say, hey, this is the Russian version of the nuclear weapon and this is the Iranian version. No, them missiles are going to be used. And what the scriptures say, paraphrasing, none of them shall come, all of them are going to meet their mark, roughly paraphrasing. Okay?
I got another precept.
All right, go ahead.
No, when you're done.
You're on the Awar said he's trying to get in, but he can't. Who are you on?
I'll put him in.
You want him to bring that out, Kabar?
Yeah, Khan, Salakia.
You got it, Banawak.
Khan. This is Isaiah 19:2. It says, and I will see the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
And that's these Edomites. When you see these Edomites talking about in the south, we're for black people, we're for Hispanics, and then you got the other Edomites talking about no, you know. What did the Lord say? If a house that's divided, you know, Satan
That's
cannot
right.
fight against Satan,
Uh,
right? So these Edomites, you got these New Age Edomites that are trying to be good, which all they're trying to do is doing what Job said in Job 20, right? Seek to please the poor. But guess what? The Egyptians are set against the Egyptians. The Most High is just destroying this whole house, you know, as America. You know.
That's right. You know, the Lord put the spirit on the village idiot to get it started, which is Trump. You know.
That's right.
Hey, and it comes to show you, man, Trump, you know, is the guy. Because Trump out here doing the most reckless thing imaginable, man. You know, and it's to the point where he actually, as soon as he got into office, that's when you had the Edomite split, man. You had the Edomites all of a sudden. You have sections for the women going up at higher rates, trying to get rights. The Edomites got the rednecks, the ones that are trying to protect. All hell is breaking loose on every side, man. And let's not forget, man.
Yeah, I got precepts speaking on these rulers too. This is Daniel 8:23. Anybody can break it down if you want. And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power, and he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand.
Yeah, it's that's how practice man. By pieces he shall destroy many. That's the so-called word. Because Syrian government was when it's himself, right? This will paint the rest, but really a hostile takeover. Then what he said, he's going to fight the Prince of Princes, man, which is who? Yahushua. Because during this Third World War, he was going to start fighting each other and turn all at once to fight the Lord. All right, but the Most High is going to break them, man, grind them into powder.
You
know? Is that it?
Yeah, that was it on that.
Okay.
You got a precept, Gabar?
Yeah, let me get this. Okay. This is Revelation 18:1. Revelation 18:1, it says, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven. The earth was in with his glory, and he cried mightily with strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and it's become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every false spirit, and a cage of every unclean and faithful bird. And let's put it down too. For all nations drunk of the wine of the fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of the delicacy. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, people, that ye do not partake of the sin, that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and most I have remembered her iniquity. Reward her, even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she has filled to her double. How much she hath glorified herself and delivered and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her, For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, I am no widow, no sorrow. Says, therefore shall her plague. So I'm going to speak on it? Okay. Therefore shall her plague come in one day, death and mourning, famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Most High power who, it says, for her plague shall come in one day, man. Death, mourning, and famine. It says, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. And it says, and strong, the strong is the Lord who judges her, because ultimately, that fire is really the judgment of the Lord. People are gonna try and say that, or an destroy the planet, or just gonna so happen that it's just nature just gonna do this. But ultimately, Jesus is on the throne, judging America, and this is the judgment He has set for America from really the beginning. And what did He use Sodom and Gomorrah as an example not to live like this, and yet people still continue to do what? America, man, the beast. So America will be the next biggest example of how not to live.
Right.
You want to have anything?
Yeah, I was going to speak on how America made its profit. America made most of all of its profit off of our backs, through slavery, through free labor. And I got a quick precept. Is Ecclesiasticus 13:4 is, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee, but if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. If thou have anything, he will live with thee, yea, he will make thee bear, and will not be sorry for it.
Shalom.
If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee, and put thee hope.
Hey, that's a beautiful scripture. Because how did he come to the temple? He came smiling. He came with gifts, and what does the scripture say? Gift destroyed the heart. And he had need of you. He had need of you physically, spiritually, culturally, right? So he took all these things from you, man, with a smile, and you still believe in the devil, man. When you see some crackers in Black Lives Matter, which that's foolishness anyway. But your gatherings, your little protests. Oh no, he's a good Edomite. He's a good white man. He's standing up for us. No, man, you're completely bugged out, man, because his nature is to be a devil, man. It's in his genetic code, if you will.
That's right. Continuing on, it says, if he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? and he will shame thee by his mate.
Yeah, that's Slakia. That brings to mind what the scriptures say about the spiritual demon Satan took Yahweh Shai, and he said, if you bow down to me, I'll give you all these kingdoms.
Right.
When he was fasting for 40 days and 40 nights. That's brings to mind that, man. All through the world.
That's what you said with these celebrities, You not offer them. But here you go. Those are the delectable that you need, man.
Come.
Yep. It's the last verse. It says, and he will shame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice.
Hey,
and
Lakia, quick, look at that Williams, man. Look how fast they drop. Anyone that ever went against or try to speak in front of truth, they'll take you from a high pedestal and bring you down to the lowest of the low, basically make you homeless. That's him having need of you. Okay, yeah, you're good, you're funny, you made us a lot of money. You were able to push your wickedness through you. You did some satanic symbols, and then as soon as you rebel and you don't want to do this anymore, he flatlines you, man. Makes fun of you. He puts you in the media as being crazy, as being a bugger, as nonsense, man.
Right. Right. And at the last he will laugh thee to scorn. Afterward, when he seeth thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee.
Esau got everything from Jake, and he acknowledged that they were the royal people. Now he's like, who are you niggers? Who are you specks? Who are you drunk Indians, man? You know, you guys are boom. You know? Isn't that a bitch?
It brings to mind that white Edomite bitch when she said, LeBron, shut up and dribble. You know?
Yeah.
God.
Come on.
Hey. Yeah,
You got it, Doc. That was it on that.
I got Proverbs 15:3, pursuant to the Bible, but the eyes of the Lord. It says, the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good.
The eyes of the Lord is holding the evil and the good. You know, the most I see in the open, in the dark. That's why you can't front. That's why you can't come up in the streets and pretend to say you're a so-called good person. You can say you're in the truth. You say you help this. Behind closed doors, man, you're plotting to kill this person, plotting to rip this person off, steal from this person. Right to the man. And the most I does in the dark. He's supposed to come and speak beautiful words in the public. You know, when he has those announcements and saying, this is what we're going to do for America. We're going to make America great again. We're going to set up these buildings and these gyms and these schools or whatever. But behind closed doors, he's sacrificing the same children that he's setting up schools for. All right, robbing them, taking them out, putting them to offer for his gods. Okay? Saying that, oh, we're all equal, we'll be better together by setting up an establishment to enslave you. Look, he sees all that. You know, you can't, and Esau, you Edomites, you damn devil, man. You guys can't fight for my power. You know, you're trying to be omnipresent, everything, but the most I see you trying to see everything.
I got a quick This is 2 Ezra 16:53. It says, let not the sinner say that he had not sinned, for the Most High shall bring coals of fire upon his head, which saith before the Lord power in his glory, I have not sinned. Behold, the Lord knoweth all the works of men, their imaginations, their thoughts, and their hearts.
Wait, that's a scripture where it says there's no escape. That's that no escape scripture. It doesn't matter what you do, what you think. Most likely has you down to the feet.
Hey, what happens at the end of Scooby-Doo each episode? You know, he gets caught.
Yeah.
I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you kids, you know?
Yeah,
That's Esau, man.
Yep, that's right.
It says verse 55, which spake but the word, let the earth be made, and it was made. Let the heaven be made, and it was created. In his word were the stars made, and he knoweth the number of them. He searcheth the deep and the treasures thereof. He had measured the sea and what it containeth. So if the Lord knows obviously the number of all the stars, Esau tries to number this. Oh, there's trillions and billions and however many stars he says. He doesn't know how many stars there are, man. And the Lord said, even name all the stars, man.
That's right. I was about to say that too.
Right.
You named them once. I can't touch
because he's gonna check. Oh, we got Mars here, we got Pluto, we got this galaxy. Oh shit, man.
Yeah, we on a low level, man. I could be working with 10 people, and I might remember 1 or 2 names, man. we are messed up, man.
Verse 58. He had shut the sea in the midst of the waters, and with his word had he hanged the earth upon the waters. He spreadeth out the heavens like a vault upon the waters that he founded it. In the desert had he made springs of water and pools upon the tops of the mountains, that the floods might pour down from the high rocks to water the earth. He made man and put his heart in the midst of the body, and gave him breath, life, and understanding. Yea, and the spirit of almighty power, which made all things, and searcheth out all hidden things in the secrets of the earth.
Hey,
Surely
if I can make a point on that real quick, like Esau wants to woo with his false science and all this. Now, at one point, they all thought the earth was flat, right? Mm-hmm. And Columbus, they didn't want to fund his voyage because of believing in that. But he read Esdras.
Yeah, they thought he would fall off the edge of the earth.
Right. But he read the book of Esdras. And what did he bring with him to navigate? He brought an Israelite because the Issacharites knew how to navigate using the stars. And he also brought Hebrew interpretation. And that shows you that Esau tries to say we've been to the moon. You know, we discovering the depths of the seas, but the scriptures even speak against that, because if he can measure the depth of measure space and the depths of the sea, he'll do away with us, but we still here.
Right.
Yep. Jeremiah, yep. It says, verse 63, surely he knoweth your inventions and what ye think in your hearts, even them that sin and would hide their sin. Therefore hath the Lord exactly searched out all your work, and he will put you all to shame. And when your sins are brought forth, you shall be ashamed before men, and your own sins shall be your accusers in that day. So them Rothschilds, all them the top elites, they can't say shit, man, because it's gonna beat your face.
Right.
You know, that was it.
Hey, this man actually thinks he's gonna go to Mars and explode nuclear weapons to create oxygen on the planet.
Well, they tried to blow up the moon. That shows you how smart Esau is.
Right.
2 years ago.
Hey, did you guys see that movie Titan?
Yeah.
Titan? Yeah, man. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to change his body, everything, man. This guy's really trying to go to somehow live on another planet and be able to survive over there, just so he can destroy that planet too.
They have to make special metal. They went down to the bottom of the sea. And they went inside the core of the earth and all that shit. You know?
He's just mad, bro, and he can't, because it doesn't like go to a certain level. You can't even go down any further. Get to the rocks and the metals, man, becomes to a point where you can't do it. You know, he create this imagination that he's able to do all things. You know, just so you look at him and worship him as a god. They'd be like, "Oh, look what I can do! I've been to the moon, man. I deep, and you know, like it's just maddening." That's why it's most of knows your invention, because all of that is an invention. You're just inventing things that you can't possibly do. You know? And we got
Kun. This is the book of Sirach, chapter it's like my computer's freezing here. Chapter 20, and for 14 it says, the gift of a fool shall do thee no good when thou hast it, neither yet of the envious for his necessity, for he looketh to receive many things for one. Verse 15, he giveth little and upbraideth much. He openeth his mouth like a crier. Today he lendeth, and tomorrow will he ask it again. Right? Tomorrow he will ask it again. Go ahead.
No, I wasn't saying that.
Oh, it's lucky. Okay, so it said the gift of a fool. The gift of a fool is you know, these elites and Esau. Esau gives Jake, you know, EBT and all this other stuff, so Jake could fall back and be dead. All right, because the scriptures say that we're not to be in a rest or in a state of comfort. You know, so it says the gift of a fool shall do thee no good when thou hast it, neither yet of the envious for the necessity, for he looketh to receive many things for one. All right, because he wants your soul. He wants you as a slave. He's going to give you, you know, a job, but he wants you to be a slave. All right, economic oppression. It says he giveth little. He giveth little and upbraideth much. Meaning he's going to give you, like, what did they do? They gave Gad. You know, they took Gad's land. They gave him some land after that, and then they want to take it back again.
But hold up. But what did they do? What did they do also? They disguised themselves as Gad so they could get the benefits, so they wouldn't have to really give it to him.
Yeah.
That's why they got all them casinos now.
It says he opened his mouth like a crier. Today he lendeth, and tomorrow will ask it again. That's where the term what never came from, right?
That's Cain spirit. You know, like Cain was too much for me.
Hey, did you say that's where the term Indian giver came from?
Yeah, that would bring someone in because that's hypocrisy, man.
Yeah.
Hey, and what's you read a part on there that say he give
He lendeth. Today he lendeth, and tomorrow will ask it again.
no, the other one that say he giveth to a fool or something like that.
Okay, at the top it says, you know what? Maybe it's 15. He says, "He giveth little and braideth much." Is that it, or is it the next one up?
Next one, well, I'm gonna speak on it, and you might remember what it is. Well, he gave the way he destroyed our people in the beginning. Like he gave us our people welfare and benefits. In order for our people, the women, really to keep receiving those benefits, a man couldn't be present in the house. So that's how he began to break down the household by removing the man from it. In order to continue his benefits, you had to remove the head of the real head of the household. So now women got to go out and work. Women ain't really built to be out here in the workplace.
That's right. That's a gift of fool. It's not going to profit you because the scriptures say a wicked woman destroyed her own household with her hands, and that's very prevalent of you so-called Negro women and Native American and Latin American women. Right. So it says, and tomorrow will he ask it again. Such a one is to be hated of the Most High and men. You're supposed to hate somebody like that, man.
Right.
Yep. Like speaking that, because you said you ask it again. That's even those debt collectors and stuff. Like they'll pay you out, but the way he asked for it again is billing you. He'll pay you, but then you got to pay the bills. You have to give the money right back to the government. So you're only working to give it back, and if you don't give it back, he send the collective agency, and then after that is the what do you call that?
IRS.
IRS, man. That's him saying, "Yo, give me back." What
a bag of coals. A bag of coals, huh?
A bag of coals. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Recently?
Yeah. This is Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, and they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints.
And them nations, man, because who's the dead is the nations, because they don't know who the hell they are. And they're gonna be mad when they find out that they've been lied to this whole time. They drank the Kool-Aid, so to speak.
Yep. That they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
And that reward that's going to be given to the prophet and the saints is the kingdom of heaven. The ability to rule over these nations. It really goes into Revelations 2, if I can bring that out real quick.
It's like I just got to say this. That ties up with the brother Warred, man. Because he fucked up the whole earth. Then he'll turn around and say, no, we got to all do our part. We're going to have Earth Hour. Right? We're going to shut off the lights for an hour. And he's the main cause of that shit. But he'll have you tribes believe, man, CO2 emissions, man, and all this shit. They already had the option to go without oil base, so to speak, from Tesla's time, man. They could have been electric cars from a century ago already,
Yep. And then he want to go throw concrete everywhere.
Yeah. He got the carbon tax.
Like the caves.
Okay. Yep. Good.
Yeah, that was it on that slide.
Okay, Con, I had Revelations 2 and Revelations 2 and 20. I'll start 25 because you went into the reward too. Right? Said the reward for the saints, and the prophet really is the kingdom of Jerusalem. This is Revelations 2:25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come, and he that overcomes keepeth my word unto the end. To him will I give power over the nation, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall be broken to shivers, even I have received from my father. And that's what the elect is going to inherit, the ability to bash your nations up, man. Make you become the commodity as we were your commodity. Okay, we're going to be able to possess our land.
That's what Christian scripture means. You know, because iron is not a precious metal, but you're a ruler. So what do you do with that big piece of iron, man? You know, just like that idiot that walks by camp. He's like, love your enemies, love them that despitefully use you. You know, we call them word buys. You know, they just walk by and then they utter something you can't even hear what the hell they said, man. You know.
And 9 times out of 10, when people come by like that, it be the other nations. So that's their way of shamefully spewing because they're guilty.
Right. That was it.
Come on. This is I got Habakkuk. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and let's see. I can start at 5. It says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he's a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. All right, that's Esau, man. He transgressed by wine is through his philosophy, through him promising you liberty, to follow whatever religion you want, follow whatever sexual orientation you want to follow, whatever gender you want to be. Okay, that's that Ishtar spirit, where the scriptures say she was the mother of strangers, or of all these different nations coming together, and she was a defender of all these different like America being a melting pot. All right, back then Ishtar was the same thing as what the Statue of Liberty represents, inviting of all these different nations to be whatever the heck they want. Right. You know?
Yeah.
It says, behold, verse it's going into it. It says, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Yeah, like the Philippines president Duterte. You know, he was cussing off, he was cussing off Obama, telling me, you faggot. You know, and then when Trump came, Trump was talking about human rights in Philippines, but then he said, you guys are the most hypocritical nation, man. He said, you have the highest prison population. He started going into all the statistics about America, you know. So that's these nations, man, taking up proverbs, man, saying, hold on, who are you to judge us? Look at your fucking society, man. You're talking about you're the golden beacon, and you know, you're the shining light, but look at your society, man. You know,
right?
Yep.
Good. As verse 6, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. You know, and that's all the the oil. They went into Iraq, they went into Syria, they went into Afghanistan. That's why you got the opiate crisis. Kind of South America, they got all. He's increasing that which is not his. The scriptures say
the whole world.
Righteous dealings and wickedness, and was it is that Sirach 8 and 11? Because of unrighteous dealings and riches gone by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one kingdom to another. All right, so we know that we're at the end of this, because Esau is starting to the scripture say, when you cease to spoil, you shall be spoiled. You see, they got a stalemate over there in Syria. You know, they need help with the Saudis need to help them out, you know, and Yemen. So they're coming to an end, man.
Hey, script is being lifted up, man, on the daily.
That's right. That's right. It says, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increased that which is not his, and how long unto him that laid himself with thick clay. And that thick clay is that debt that right now, I believe it's what, $30 trillion? If I'm not, it goes up constantly, and America is a very indebted nation. That's why your dollar, your petrodollar nations aren't looking at that as being attractive anymore. That's you know, right. And they don't want to deal with. You got these tariff wars. It's beautiful, man. Everything's coming out, man. That's it.
I have a preset. This is Psalms 75. It said, I said unto the fools, do not foolishly, and to the wicked lift up, so like lift not up the horn, lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck. Promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but the Most High is the judge. He put it down one and set it up another, and we're getting set it up, and you guys are being brought down, like the brother said, man. Your debt is crushing you, man. These nations are rising up against you, and you're not trying to deal treacherously anymore, as you did before. But guess what? These nations are going to deal treacherously with you. They're snaking you now, man. You're trying to sanction them, and they're finding ways around it, loopholes around it, just to shut you guys down. And then all in the middle.
Just looked up the debt clock is 21 trillion, but then I looked. There's another thing for the Canadian debt clock, which is 652 billion. And then when you look it up, it says sign the petition to stop the clock. It says balance the federal budget. You can't balance the budget with fiat currency, man. The currency's fake. It's meant to bust, man.
It's paper money, man.
Right.
No, but Romeo, that just shows you how naive Esau is. He's trying to have a petition to take out the debt. These other nations ain't trying to buy no debt from over here. Because usually who buys it? China buys up the debt and everything. And China's, man, you can live with it, man. Because guess what? They know that it's only a matter of time until you guys are brought low. And when you finish your bubble pops, these nations are gonna swoop into everything that you have, which is what that dealing consciously. That's that them bite, lifting up the head again.
Yeah, and like John Salente, he's Sicilian. He said when the money stops flowing onto the streets, blood starts flowing on the streets.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
It's gonna be worse because you're gonna have the citizens who actually believe in the whole school system, put the years into the system just for it to say, okay, I don't value anymore. They're gonna want your heads, and that's just the citizens. That's not including these nations, because you've been keeping them these lies for so long. You've been building up false hope for so long that if somebody cracks, imagine a person who cannot pay their family, their house, or their bills or whatever. They do the most extreme thing. Now imagine where they can't go anywhere to live, anywhere to provide for the family, anywhere for food. Who are they gonna run to? Eventually, it come down to you elite, because guess what? You're the only people that have sustainability. You guys are the only one that has some kind of money, some kind of trade, and some kind of living to live.
Well, like there's always a paper trail, man, and the elites. They have gatekeepers and they have disinformation, and they're very good at wiping their tracks, so to speak. But the Most High, it's being uncovered, man. You're seeing these elites, they're sacrificing babies, they're drinking blood, they're doing all this shit, man. So the Most High, he's bringing all this information out, man.
Yep, that's right.
Hey, now that you said that, I have a quick precept. The back you Nahum 3 and 5 says, behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh of truth. I will discover thy skirts upon thy face. I will show the nations thy nakedness, thy shame, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee and make thee vile.
Hey, like that insider, I don't know if you brothers seen that interview they did with that banker. I don't know, I forgot his name, but he's like, yeah, I was showing the inside trade and and all the I was at the elite parties and doing all this stuff, and then it said, so why did you leave? He said it was the children. That was the breaking point. He's like, they kidnap kids, they do all this stuff. He's going into it, man. So that's that. He's soon to be killed anyway, but he's still bringing it out because that's the spirit of the Most High. He's making the devil killing himself, man. Didn't Job say thine own lips testify against thee and not I?
That's right. That's right.
That's right. Myself,
Matter of fact,
Just to add, other than that, um, there's a man that came out that he came out with a book called The Confessions of an Economic Hitman, and he went into the how nations are overthrown and the mineral resources are taken from them, and they get a central bank where they constantly take money and keep that nation indebted to the international bankers. You know, you got Russia refusing to send, and Ethiopia refusing to send their adopted, allowing Americans to adopt their children because they're finding out that these homosexuals and these weirdos, all right, are abusing their children, man.
Well, the guy, one of the top children's charities, I don't know if you've seen a couple of days ago, he got busted for being in a pedophile ring, man.
Yep.
You know?
Khan.
And really, people try to wonder where all these missing children go in America.
Khan. And people are so surprised, like, oh my God. You know? When the earthquake in Haiti happened and you had, was a Red Cross, they went over there. It was found out that they were stealing the children and taking their organs, man, for the black market. You know?
That's right.
But that's such a big surprise.
The East establishment is anything that you say that is good is on the front line, because there's a really evil motive behind every single thing that he does. Even there's abortion clinics. They'll say, a woman's right for her body, but they're taking your babies and putting them into food, man. You know, these type of things. All of that's a necessary evil for them. It's not for good. Anything that the establishment says is good, you better double check that, look in the information, and see where that stuff is going. Because if not, it's all smoke and mirrors that he's giving you.
God, I got two precepts quick. I'm gonna bring this. This is Job 22:5. It says, "Is not thy wickedness great, and thine iniquities infinite? For thou hast taken a pledge from thy brother for naught, and stripped the naked of their clothing."
Did it say you've taken a pledge against thy brother?
Kind of read again. It says, verse 5, "Is not thy wickedness great, and thine iniquities infinite? For thou hast taken a pledge from thy brother for naught, and stripped the naked of their clothing."
That's us. Our clothing is our history, our heritage, all right, the truth. That's our clothing. The scriptures say that a priest should rise up clothed with doctrine and truth. You know, that's a clothing. Go ahead.
It says, verse 7, "Thou hast not given water to the weary to drink, and thou hast withholden bread from the hungry," which is twofold. You know, like the brother saying, it's also you took the truth from us, you know, and you gave us a bunch of lies, but also it's a physical, man. You made us poor, you made us destitute, man. You know, like one account I can remember is when these devils put a certain tribe on the reservation. Oh, I remember because it was Esau called it a massacre. You know, whenever Gad rules up against Esau, they call it a massacre. But when Esau took Gad down, they just call it a battle. You know, and they gave him medals and shit. But basically, you had Indian agents on each reserve, and when the Gadites, they were starving, they didn't have food. The food they got was rotten meat and just moldy flour and all that shit. So the Gadite went to the agent and he asked, you know, we need food, and the agent basically said, "There's the grass, go eat the grass." You know, so they chopped off the Edomite's head, man. You know, and that's the point. That is twofold, right? It says verse 8, "But as for the mighty man, he had the earth, and the honorable man dwelt in it," which is Jacob, right? And the mighty man is Esau. Yeah. It says verse 9, "Thou hast sent widows away empty, and the arms of the fatherless have been broken."
The father's
10.
Lucky.
Yeah, go ahead.
The father is really supposed to uphold the household, you know, because the man's supposed to work and provide all for the family and leave an inheritance for their children. Esau doesn't leave any of them, and also really need the man. Okay, as much as they want to front and say I don't need the man and I can use them myself, without the discipline, right, and that's just the way it is. And the
Hey, and what you said is 100% on point, because even when you look at the word father in Hebrew, Abba, right? The first letter is A, which is a cattle, represents working. The word cattle is alap, and then the second consonant is Ba, which is the where you get the word house from, I believe, right? Bayath, So it's like you're saying, man. It's what Esau demonizes in this society of was it paternal or is it paternal or patriarchy? Patriarchy, a patriarchal society. They demonize the whole patriarchy. Women's rights and all this shit, man. Like
Right.
the brother was getting into about Ishtar and Semiramis, man. That's where all that BS spirit comes from, queens and matriarchy and all this BS, man. It says, verse 10, therefore snares are round about thee, and sudden fear troubleth thee. These Edomites ain't sleeping good, man. They're worried, man. They're worried about. Doesn't it say that riches drive sleep away from a man? Roughly paraphrasing. These Edomites. A lot of these Edomites are worried, man. Their stocks are going down. They're crashing. They watch the Israelites. Hey, man. A lot of these Edomites, they in one way or another, they've seen something that tripped them out, even for a 2-minute Israelite clip. That fuck these guys. But then you know what? Whatever they heard, it's bugging them out, man. It's, oh my god, what if I am an Edomite? What if look what's going on there, man? Oh my god, Syria. And they're not sleeping, man. The elites, they're damn well not sleeping, man. It says verse 11, for darkness that thou canst not see, and abundance of waters cover thee. Is not the Most High in the height of heaven? And behold, the height of the stars, how high are they? It's like how high they are. And thou sayest, how doth the Most High know? Can he judge through the dark clouds?
Oh,
stupid Edomites, man.
Yeah, that's right. And that's beautiful that you brought that up. Because, all right, let's put this in a situation. You looking at an ant. Now the ant might not know where it's from. See everything before it even reached there. All its ways it can go, what it can do. So this is how the Most High is looking at Esau. Like, you're a bug. Where can you go that he can't see? He just needs to look down. He sees all your trails. He sees all your information. He sees all your setups. Everything, man.
It says, I'm just finishing up. It says, let me see. Verse 13, and thou sayest, how did the Most High know? Can he judge through the dark cloud? Thick clouds are a covering to him that he seeth not, and he walketh in the circuit of heaven. Hast thou marked the old way which wicked men have trodden? And that was it.
Esau is a carnal man. So he literally looks at everything as a physical sense, like, oh, well, I don't physically see it, so the Most I can't see me. That's how he looks at it. Just like how if you physically didn't see you didn't call or didn't whatever, the society has like, oh, you weren't here, you weren't there, I didn't see you. Like, okay, let's say you spot somebody on the street, right? And you didn't tell them to call them. And then all of a sudden you call them and be like, oh, yo, were you wearing this today? I saw you cross. Like, how? Like, how the hell do you know that? Because guess what? For someone to really know that you've seen what they're doing, you have to be somewhat physically there or somehow associate yourself. Moses doesn't have to physically be here to see you, but Esau thinks that way. Esau thinks that Moses has to physically come to really see anything he does. That's why they always say they want evidence. Oh, show me. When those people come up to camp and they're like, this is real. That's they want real proof. Anyone have a precept?
And that's why Paul said in Corinthians, the carnal man cannot get this, roughly paraphrasing.
Okay. I was looking for one. It speaks about how death, how bitter are thee to a man that is at rest with his riches, man.
That's right.
I can't find it though. Try to look it up. Saki, I got it. Sirach 41:1. It says, "O death, how bitter is remembrance of thee to a man that liveth at rest in his possession. And just read that gives us hope, because these elites, man, they got it all. They got the women, all right. They got they got all the medicine that Jay you don't even have money to pay for this stuff. They know about natural cures.
Yep.
The scripture say they're wiser than Daniel. There's no secret hidden from them, man. They got everything. But just
what they're drinking is when they kill people, they wait till they get adrenaline pumping through their blood, and they found out when they extract that adrenaline filled blood and they drink it just at the moment where the person's about to die, they drink it and then get that supercharge, you know. And it makes sense, because these elites, man, you see some of these elites, they're 90, 95, you know, and they're walking all good and shit.
We do organ transplants, you know.
God. But that Rockefeller, he couldn't live through his seventh organ transplant. That's spiritual. Number 7. Your last time, nigga.
Yeah.
Cain, he had that swine's heart.
Yep.
Oh, that's sick, man. God, this is going back Sirach 41:1. It says, "Oh death, how bitter is the remembrance of thee." That's why they ain't getting no sleep. It says, "To a man that liveth at rest in his possession, unto the man that hath nothing to vex him, and that hath prosperity in all things, yea, unto him that is yet able to receive meat." All right. Verse 2, "O death, acceptable is thy sentence unto the needy." Okay, we need rest. All right, we need the kingdom. All right, we got a long list. But obviously, we need Yahweh Shai, man. Right? It says, "O death, acceptable is thy sentence unto the needy, and unto him whose strength faileth, that is now in the last age." Because as the scriptures say that as the inward man, the outward man perishes, the inward man is renewed day by day. So really, I'm in my late 30s and I feel like an old man. You know, it says that is now in the last age and is vexed with all things. Are we not vexed with all things? Every time you put it on the news, you see a nigger down the street, look, fruitcake or something like that.
A wise man mad.
That's right. And just being mad, to a physical, it's not good, because you get your blood pressure up. You might you gotta calm down. It says, "At him that despaireth and hath lost patience," man. That's the thing. You don't want to lose patience.
Right.
And the patience possess our souls.
Losing patience have you acting carnally.
That's right. That's it.
That's why I said, be angry and sin not, in Ephesians, right? 4:26.
Con. That's it.
You can bring a woman scripture.
I had 1 Corinthians 2, and I'll start at 10. "But the Most High hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit, for the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of the Most High. For what man knoweth the things of a man, save the spirit of man which is in him? Even so the things of the Most High knoweth no man but the Spirit of the Most High. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit which is of the Most High, that we might know the things that are freely given to us of the Most High, which things also we speak not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth, but which the Holy Spirit teacheth, comparing spiritual things with spiritual." And this is the point, verse 14. "But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned."
It brings to mind when Yahushua was in the scene, he said his doctrine was not his. All right. And Paul even said, "I have not received this from men." So that's the thing. Men want to bring the truth, and they want to bring the Most High on a low level, man. All right. So then you could just go do whatever you want, you could go worship any god, because he's just no different than this statue right here.
That's not pride, man.
That's pride, man. Go ahead.
It says verse 15, "But he that is spiritual judgeth all things." Oh, they're judging, bro. Tell that to a Christian. "Yet he himself is judged of no man."
Yeah, and
for who? Yep.
And a lot of people who read it would get confused. Like, what is that talking about? The reason why they can do all things because they're not judging of their own mindset. They're judging of the mindset of the which is the scriptures. You know, because if a man judges his mindset, he's going to cause an error and judge wrongfully, which will actually become a sin. It would actually cause more death and destruction. Then look at example Esau's life, right? Esau judges through his own means, his own law, and look, you'll have a pedophile Edomite only get 2 months in jail, but then Jake will steal something and get 60 years, man. You know,
Right.
that's judging through their own mindset. But if you judge through this, it's like what? The pedophile who went and did that, he didn't put to death. Okay. And then Jake who stole whatever he stole, he would have to pay that back double.
That's
Right.
Judgment. That's what the man that's able to judge all things, man, because he do it in righteousness, not evil or to his benefit.
If you watch an old Paul Mooney show, the comedian, he even said he was making a joke about how basically white privilege, right? So he's just like, when the Edomite kills like 10 people and they ask him, "Oh, crazy white man, why did you kill all these people?" He'll respond, "Oh, I had 7 different personalities." And he said, "That's very interesting. We have to study this." And then he said, if a Jake said that, Esau would tell him, "Maybe you better pick one. One of them going to jail."
Yeah.
And that's true, man. That's true. It says verse 16, last verse. For who hath known the mind of the Lord that he may instruct him? But we have the mind, but we have the mind of the anointed, Yahushua. That was it.
Can you reread that verse one more time? I'm gonna
Come on. It says verse 16. It says, for who hath known the mind of the Lord that he may instruct him?
Hey,
But we have the mind of the anointed.
yeah, at the end of the day, nobody, okay? Nobody knows the mind of the Lord, okay? That's why you can't trust him. That's why these scriptures are the highest form of knowledge and wisdom. That's why you can't trust it. That's why when people try to talk and say, oh, the Bible is fake and that's man-made. Who said anything about it being man-made? It's been written down in table by men, but it wasn't processed through the thought of men. Unlike Esau's stories in his book. That's why there's always different versions and rights. That's why when you read the law and somebody finds the loophole, you have to change it. Because guess what? Men make error. Right? Most of them make error, and that's the difference. Let me bring this up real quick. Isaiah 55 and 8.
I was just holding.
It says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith Yahweh Shem Shai. And that's why at the end you don't speak in men's ways, because most I start speaking in men's ways. That's why when we speak to you in the scripture, you don't get it. That's why you get confused or you get bugged out because you're trying to bring the Most High on your level. You need to try and not be on the Most High level, understand it on a spiritual level beyond what a man can really take in, man. And that's the problem with a lot of people nowadays. You've been brought low and so simple that all you can really understand is something that's physically handed down to you, or to a limit where you can't do it. I mean, it's not possible. But you guys forget that the Most High is beyond your limit. The Most High is beyond your box. It's beyond what the earth does, what the stars do, what the universe does. Because He created it. This is not saying the scripture in apocrypha. Someone get me real quick. Wisdom of Solomon. I believe it's verse 16. Chapter 16. Real quick. Not 16. Yeah, verse. Okay, this is Wisdom of Solomon 2:1. Surely are all men by nature who are ignorant of the Most High, and could not out of the good things that are seen know Him that is. Neither by considering the work did they acknowledge the workmaster, but deemed either fire or wind or the swift air or the of the stars, the violent water or the lights of heaven to be the gods which govern the world. When beauty they being provided took them to be gods, let them know how much better the Lord of them is. For the first beauty has created them, and that's what it comes down to, right? If the most I created all these things, and you can't even understand, you're limited. Man. How in the world are you going to bring the Most High down to your level? You have to understand. You don't understand creation. You don't understand the galaxy beyond ours. You don't understand the solar system going on in the universe. You can't understand something. Bring a man or being God or the Most High down to your level because he's beyond even the things that you don't understand.
Right.
Okay. I got a precept for that.
I got a real quick precept. This Obadiah 1 and 6. And you were speaking on the mind of the Lord, and when Albert Bevins came on the scene, this is when we started having understanding on what I'm about to bring out. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? We didn't start coming to that full understanding until we got introduced back to who we were. The doctrine, the true doctrine. Yahweh.
First, that's right.
So that's why Esau is losing sleep now.
And they meditate to curse us, send spells on us and shit,
Yep. That's right.
You got it out.
Go ahead,
this is like go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I have a little bit more to go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, this is St. John chapter 3 and 11. It says, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, we speak that we do know, and testify that we have seen, and you receive not our witness. Verse 12, if I told you earthly things, and you believe not, how shall you believe if I tell you of heavenly things? Because the heavenly things are things we can't see. That's the spiritual things. Like the brother read into. Okay?
Remember Paul? When he got stoned and he went up to the third heaven, he said he's seen so many things that he can't even say them. There's no words for them. Right. He was in paradise.
Heavy. That's heavy right there, man. But yeah, the Most High left us evidence of his greatness. All right, the first author of beauty, and these people don't get it, man. Right. But either need a stone or a tree, and they want to worship trees.
Yeah.
How mess. That's why they can't get this, man.
Yeah.
They worship money too.
Is that it?
Yep.
Mammon, that's right. That's it.
I got a last one verse. This is Job 37 and 5. It says, the Most High thundereth marvelously with his voice, great things doth he which we cannot comprehend.
Which we cannot comprehend because it just sounds like a noises, and it's because he has to bring it to really the elect and portions. Because the Most High were to throw out, certain things from the heavens, man, you wouldn't understand anything. Certain things, just like the prophets, when they were writing down these prophecies, they didn't understand what we understand now because they didn't physically see it. It was a process that had to be done for us to understand. It's the same thing when it comes down to when we start to understand the heavenly things, like when we start seeing you go into the heavenly bodies, we understand more. It's a process. Like right now, we're talking about what's going to happen, but until we get there, you know what I'm saying? We can only tell you so much because Most High give things in portions.
Yeah, that's right. That's why the Lord in Deuteronomy was at 29. He said the secret things belong unto the Lord, but the things which he hath given to us belong to us and our children, right?
Yeah. So that's for us.
Paul said we know him, therefore we prophesy in part.
Right.
Right.
I'm going to continue in this Wisdom of Solomon 13 because it's a beautiful point because all the brothers are bringing up, how much more better it is. Wisdom of Solomon 4. But if they were astonished at their power and virtue, like the brothers in the trees, fire, water, worshiping them, it says, let them understand by them how much mightier he is that made them. For by the greatness and beauty of the creatures, proportionably, the maker of them is seen, and that's how you know the Most exists, because you're seeing the things he created and they fluctuate together. It isn't coincidence that you have what do you call that, a prey pyramid, basically the lions, they kill off the buffaloes, and the alligators, have deers and all those. Con, it's the beauty of how everything fluctuates and works together. Us being breaking down, giving you knowledge is all manifestation of the Most High creation. We're the proof that He exists because we're doing what He told us to do. We're working out creation as we're creating the beauty as He speaks, because this is a beautiful thing. You have to understand, at one point in time, none of this existed. Okay, from the foundation, before Yahushua was created, none of this existed. This is how beautiful this creation is, and people need understanding that. We're not the Most High. At one point, the Most High saw nothing, and He said, "I'm going to create something." All right.
Roughly paraphrasing, He said you raise up rocks too.
Right.
Yeah.
It says, verse 6 says, "But yet for this they are the less to be blamed, for they pre-adventure error, seeking the Most High and desirous to find Him. For being conversant in His works, they search Him vigilantly and believe His sight, because the things are beautiful that are seen. Howbeit neither are they to be pardoned. For if they were able to know so much, they could aim at the world. How did they not sooner find out the Lord?" And that's really what it is, man. You guys really do understand, man. Okay, you guys will be searching out the Most High, but you're not. And guess what Easter time is? It's to show you that he doesn't understand. He's searching out the world. He's searching out the depths of the seas. He's searching out. He's not looking for the Most High ways. He's trying to search out the creator more than the creator. You know what I'm saying? Going back to Romans 1, man. He worship the creature more than the creator. That's what he'll throw these weird ass false gods. He'll throw up these animals and worship animals.
Was that it, Barba?
That was it.
No one had anything. Someone have something?
Yeah, I got some real quick. This is 2 Peter, chapter 1 and 19. It says, verse 18. It says, "And this word which came from heaven we heard when we were with Him in the holy mount." It says, "We have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto you do well that ye heed, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place." The Most High, he's called what, the Father of Lights. Yeah. It says also Yahushua, he was known as the bright morning star. It says, "Unto the day dawn and the day Sake?"
Lucifer.
God, that's what'd you say? You're going off. God, it says, "Unto the day dawn and the day star ariseth in your hearts." There you go. It says, "Knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scriptures is of any private interpretation." So it's not us making.
Like you got the idiots now. Tried and unrefined.
I was just.
Hey, you bring it up then, brother. Because I kind of sense you were bringing it up.
You got it up.
No, I see you're holding your tongue.
Niggas, right? Okay. The 12 tribe sign is what they say. They said it was 11, so they deleted every video that they had. Okay, because they said a little 11 the whole lot. Okay, Ariah brought that breakdown out, but these niggas still using the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. Ariah did that as well, through the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. So it is remixing and bringing out their own private interpretations.
Right.
Speak to doctrine of devils, man.
That's right.
Remix kings.
Yep.
Did the 12 sign, man? That comes to show you they didn't really exist, man. You
know what? These guys, all these reprobates, man. They they're just showing you what they are, man. They're just the 10, was it the 5 virgins? 5 were wise, 5 were foolish. You know, they just lost their oil, man. You know, and they're leaking. And some guys leak faster than other guys.
Right.
So we know who all the other nations are, but we're not going to know where the 12 tribes going to dwell at in this time.
Mm.
But we know. You know what? Everyone that used to say that, like, because the other people that come and say the 12 tribes is off, but they would never tell you who the 12 tribes are. They just come and announce the 12 tribes chart is off. And then when you ask them, okay, but who's the nation? Who's Gad? Who's Judah? They're all Negroes, or you know, they'll say some crazy shit.
Right. That's right. Questions are godly edifying.
Like no, what you say?
Like I said, they ask questions rather than godly edifying.
Right.
They want to break things down instead of say how much more work is it when one man buildeth and another man destroyeth, other than labor. You know that they want to destroy the
scriptures. They continuing the things that thou hast been taught, and Paul also said, beware lest you try to build on another man's foundation, because the foundation is already there, which is Yahushua. And that doctrine of the 12 tribes was given from Yahushua to High Priest Ariyah, man.
That's right. So let's say somebody from Zebulon came up to their camp and say, hey, I found out I was an Israelite because of the prophecy of Zebulon. Mm-hmm. And so what they're going to say, oh, that's not talking about the Panama Canal. What's going to be their answer to that?
No, you know what they're doing now? They're going back and they're saying, okay, we got to reprogram this. We got to go here. And now what they're doing is dangerous, man. They're adding to the word. So guess what? The Most High is going to add the plagues of the book to them, man. You know, because some guys, we had a nigga that fell out 2 years ago, you know, and he wanted to do his own thing. And when I reported it back to the elder I thought, he said, hey, man, don't worry, he's gonna go back in the world. And he leaked out fast because he was about, oh, we got to do this, and then GMS guys are off, and he was with those the Shai tribe refining. He was like hailing them up and stuff. But he's in the world, and these guys are gonna be in the world soon too, man.
Yep.
You know? They're gonna have disputations among them. The Most High is gonna cause division among them, man.
Right. Yep. It's going to start happening. What? Somebody going to leave them.
Right.
Somebody going to leave that the Samaritans or one of them, Samaritans or tribe we find, man. Sure. Yeah, where's somebody at stopping that shit though? Like, hold on, this too much. Like, and everybody's on board with that shit, you know.
Hey, that's because at the end, the Most High just wants to trim it down, man. Like he said, goes in the breaches. So all the people in heart who really wasn't about this, second guessing it, he's throwing into a delusion, you know.
Okay. That's right. The Heavenly Father, he sent a seducing spirit onto them, man. That's why they're going off, man. So we know that they're just
spirit, man.
the lying spirit. That's right. To which they're appointed, man. This is his story, man. This is his story. This is their story. They'll say in the kingdom, yo, he fucked me up, yo. What am I gonna do?
Hey, it's true. And this isn't anything new, because there's always been the prophets who everyone went to and believed they were doing the work of the Most High. And then you had the real prophets that came down and really spoke against the prophets and said, no, what's going on? The Most High sent me against you and said, yo, if you don't, what's his name? First King, what's his name, man? Was it,
Raymond Gilead?
Yeah. He not.
Was it King Ahab? Sent him to go fall at Raymond Gilead? I don't know if it was that king. Yeah. But that was in the First Kings or something like that.
He had like 70 prophets telling him nice, gracious things and everything, right? And then guess what, man? The Most High sent
lion spirit?
Not the who was the prophet he sent against them again? Let me get it real quick. Let me get it.
In the Book of Kings?
Basically, he sent a prophet against them and told them, like, you guys are going on, you know, and you guys need to fix yourself. But guess what? He didn't listen, man. He kept listening to the 70 prophets. The Most High sent a lying spirit to his prophets, and guess what? He felt the same thing happening right now. And you have these prophets telling everybody it's okay. No,
I got a quick precept. Just to back you up quickly. This is First Esdras 1:25. It says, Now, after all these acts of Josiah's, it came to pass that Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, came to raise war at Carchemish upon Euphrates, and Josiah went out against him. But the king of Egypt sent to him, saying, What have I to do with thee, O king of Judea? I am not sent out from the Lord power against thee, for my war is upon Euphrates, and now the Lord is with me. Yea, the Lord is with me, hasten me forward. Depart from me and be not against the Lord. And this is a Hamite telling him, an Egyptian,
Huh?
you know. And it says, verse 28, howbeit Josiah did not turn back his chariot from him, but undertook to fight with him, not regarding the words of the prophet Jeremiah, spoken by the mouth of the Lord, but joined battle with him in the plain of Megiddo, and the princes came against King Josiah.
Yeah.
Then, yep.
And these niggas, these trying to run the car, they're doing battle with Satan. Because when you're not doing this, you're doing it. You're becoming. All right.
It says verse 28, or verse 30. Then said the king unto his servants, carry me away out of the battle, for I am very weak. And immediately his servants took him away out of the battle. Then gat he upon his second chariot, and being brought back to Jerusalem, died and was buried in his father's sepulchre.
Hey, I have a quick precept to back that up real quick. One verse. Micah 3 and 5. Thus saith Yahweh concerning the prophets who make my people err, that bite with their teeth and cry peace. He that putteth not into their mouth, they even prepare war against him. These folks are preparing war against him, really, man. Like the brothers, you're adding things just to justify your point, your own meaning. The most is going to add plagues on you, okay? Because you're making people err that way. When you're the most crucial time, but we can't err, man. The elected once you're not helping by trying to do the same thing. That was it.
That was it?
That was it.
I had Jeremiah 5 and 26. And it says, for among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares, they set a trap, they catch men. Hey, that's some prosperity ass pastors, man. You know?
That's also the niggas that when they fall out, they want to take niggas with them. They want, they want to try to snare brothers with them and take them with them.
Trying to convince them to leave.
Yep.
Yeah. And we had that. That's what that guy tried to do. That left too. He tried to convince certain brothers to go with him. You know? And it says, verse 27, as a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore, they are become great and waxen rich. You know? You hear that shit about the Lord wants you to be prosperous. He wants you to be rich. You know, you watch some fucking infomercials and all that shit. You know?
Yep.
Don't worry about your rent. Give it to the Lord, and He'll take care of it. And the pastor's taking your rent money, taking your goddamn grocery money.
You ain't being prosperous because you ain't pay your tithes.
You know? Shit. This 28. They are waxing fat. They shine. Hey, they got them nice. They got $1,000 suit on, man. $2,000. You know? Yea, they overpass the deeds of the wicked.
Right? He made it their lifestyle, man, to be balling and make worse. You have to be wicked to actually use the Most High's word, you know, to rich. You know, that's some crazy feats right there. But Yahweh says to come into the church, you know, catch you guys selling stuff inside the church. You're gonna come back, find you guys still doing what you're doing, and beat that ass, man. Go ahead.
It says, one second. Jeremiah 5 and 28. They are waxing fat, they shine, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper. And the right of the needy do they not judge?
Yes, righteous judgment. They don't judge at all, actually, because what did they say, man? Nobody has the right to judge, man. No, only the Most High can judge me. That's what they have out there, man. But yet they're prospering. Yeah, they're still collecting your money, you know, and even some of them have an issue where, you know, some of their congregation will come up and ask them for help. You know, they needed a loan or whatever, and the pastor said, "I don't got it," but he's asking you for $100, right? The help in his business, and a lot of these churches are tax free or tax exempt, so they're not paying taxes in their accounts, right? All right, they're robbing you. They're technically the second bank to the nation of Israel, because guess what? You have to pay the bank and you money and all these things. You know, they collect the money, and then you go to the second bank, church, you get a half of the money over there.
It's a damn whorehouse, man. That place is a damn whorehouse. There's a neighborhood, you know, in Rexdale in Toronto. You know, there's a church, and across is you know, Jake. They live there, but these Jakes were hustling right across the church, man. And then they had a funeral one time, and then there was a shooting. And they shot into the church. So how's the Lord? How is that the house of the Lord, man? You
Hey,
know?
in Baltimore a few years ago, it was a funeral for a dude that was in the Bloods, right? And they had a shootout in the church.
See?
Hey, well, that's Baltimore, man. That's wild.
A quick precept. I have a quick precept about it. Because we're going into the church and not being the house of the Lord, right? 2 Corinthians 6 and 16 is, and what agreement had the temple of the Most High with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power. As Yahweh has said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their power, and they shall be my people. Wherefore come out from among them, which is the churches, because the temple is in your hand. Going back to Acts 7 and 48. Okay, the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, because he already made his temple, which is the Israelite. Okay, the so-called Negro, Latinos, so-called Native American. He said he walked among us. All right, we're the temple, and he said,
and that body's a part of that temple, huh?
Right. It says, wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith Yahweh, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. And part of the unclean thing is these philosophies. These philosophies and these religions are unclean because they defile you. They defile your mind. They make you go off. They make you do actual normal things. You know, you kill your body because they'll tell you it's okay with God to eat this animal or to kill this child or do this thing. Now, the reason why the elite sacrifice children is because it's in the name of their God. The reason why they go and eat pork because it's in the name of their God Jesus. Okay, so each religion and each God comes with its own preferences, man. Okay, but none of them is in righteousness.
Yeah, and that's what too. Apostle Tahar said years ago when he was coming up with Ariyah, High Priest Ariyah, he said that basically like he was, you know, like compassionate to Jake, but then later in his age he said, I see why 2/3 gotta go. You know? And you can see why 2/3 have to go, man. You know, like Ezekiel when the angel was showing Ezekiel all the wickedness, he said, look to the east. You know, you see these people, they're worshiping, they're making cakes to Semiramis, to Tammuz, or weeping. You know, and then he said, you think that's them? He's like, turn your head this way. He's like, look to the south. Look what they're doing. You know, they have the groves and all that. You know, I got something here. This is Jeremiah 16 and 8 that says that, and you brothers break it down. Thou shalt not also go into the house of feasting to sit with them to eat and to drink. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel. Behold, yeah.
To go the house, eating and drinking is in a state of mirth, man, and drunkenness. The house of reveling. That's what the churches are, man.
Yep. It says, verse 9, for thus saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes, and in your days the voice of mirth, the brother just said, and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore hath the Lord pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord our power?
What is our sin? You can't judge me, bro.
Yeah,
You know?
that's Jake, man.
Yeah.
We're allowed to do whatever we want, man, because they'll say that Yahushua came and took away the law. Okay? That's where they say, where have you seen? Oh, how? I'm blessed, though. I'm blessed, though. I got a nice house. You see my girl, bro? That's what they tell you. You see my girl? You see my car? You see my oh, good car. That's how we iniquity, man. How do you see? I'm blessed, though.
Con. Jake's in that holier than thou spirit. So when they see brothers on the street, they kind of go to the other side of the sidewalk and keep walking. Like, don't touch me, man. Stay away from me.
Sometimes I hear people, they walk by. Sometimes I go on the camera and I hear people, they say, it's Jake's too. They walk and they whisper, oh, those are the Israelites. They preach here every week. You know, but they have that dumbass smirk on their face, you know, like we're crazy. That's fine, you know?
Uh-huh.
Right? It says, verse 11, then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, saith the Lord, and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law. And ye have done worse than your fathers. And this generation is crazy, man.
Yeah, it is.
Dyeing your hair a bunch of colors.
Scriptures say we've overpassed the deeds of the wicked, man.
Yep,
you know?
That's right.
You know? Yeah, you got them changing their sex, man. And then at the end, they're forsaking the Most High because guess what? Their power is devil, man. That's
yo, man, but you know what? You people are fucking bewitched, man. Because you have this fucking faggot ass rapper, 6ix9ine Tekashi. You know, he's trying to show you so hard and all this shit. His newest video, you guys, I went in the comment board to see if anyone noticed it. No one noticed it. Everyone erased the video. In the beginning of the video, the man comes up with a hair tie bun and a bra with titties, man, like an androgynous fucking demon. You know?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, yo, man, it's fire, man. The video was good.
I seen a picture of that, but I didn't think he made a video with that shit.
Yeah. You can go on YouTube right now. Check out his new video. Right in like the beginning, like 15, 20 seconds, he just pops up, you know, and it's like a weird thing to where, you know, like, I don't know, man. I don't know how the fuck people didn't see it, man. You know?
Bewitched, like you said.
It's a spell, man. It's witchcraft because everyone's rating it like, yo, it's hot. You know, it's good video. They didn't even notice that.
You even got dudes saying that they would smash him and all that, you know?
What?
God, yeah.
You got dudes saying that, man. If I what is it called? If he was a girl, I would smash him and all that, you know?
Yo, this is the generation you can tell that hates the Most High.
Because they're pushing that androgynous spirit heavy, man. Because guess what? You know who signed them right now? 50 Cent.
Yep.
You know? So he just popped them. You know? So they're pushing that thing heavy, man, and it's gonna become normal. You're not gonna be able to diss it soon because it's gonna be normal.
Oh shit! No,
you saw it. Saw it. Okay, chill, lot.
Hey, check out the comments though, man. No one notices it.
Hey, but in the beginning they had a big rainbow.
Oh.
See, look at this shit, man. Hold on, I'm gonna put it on the camera so they pick it up.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Jake's like that, but then you see the. Oh, damn.
Oh, check it out.
Oh, this dude. Oh, he's.
Look.
Oh. No.
Yo, man, he could be a transformer.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, transgender, bro. Transformer. As brother I would say, man. The man's a transformer.
Look, check it out.
Nah, man.
Hey, but you know what? That's that
Hey.
Baphomet shit. That's that Baphomet shit that they're pushing, man. And it's gonna become normal. Soon people won't be able to diss that, man, because it's gonna be normal.
Yep.
You know?
It's
That's
a
why a lot
lot.
of those old school rappers they had to leave. They couldn't. They really didn't understand what the whole because it got on a higher wicked level, man. You know?
Yeah, when you look at the comment boards, nobody notices nobody
Right.
noticed he had a damn bra on, man.
So back in Jeremiah 16 and he's a damn Issachar, man.
Con.
Yeah, he is.
That's
He's in
Verse
Jake,
12.
Yeah, he's a Jake.
that's at Isaiah 28, man.
It says verse 12. And ye have done worse than your fathers, for behold, ye walk everyone after the imagination of his evil heart, which is what? Do what thou wilt. Alistair Crowley, man. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Right? That they may not hearken unto me, therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that you know not, neither ye nor your fathers, and there shall ye serve other gods day and night, where I will not show you favor.
And that's America. Okay?
Come on.
And that day and night is all these religions. These people, hey, I might saw Jake bound down to what's Ishmael's God name again? Allah. The whole thing, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? The whole, and I can just show you, they'll wake up, you know, they read the little 1, 2, they do the, you know, they go to the, that's day and night, day and night. It's not like they do it once in a while and then they do the holidays, man. Year in, year out, all year round. And it comes to show you the Most High really fulfilled His word. There's not a day goes by that Jake is not worshiping some other god somewhere, someplace.
Yep. That's right up.
Anyone else have anything? We can end it off on one more precept.
Anybody got anything?
If not, we can.
Okay, good.
Jeremiah, you wanna close up?
Oh, I thought you had a piece. All right. So with that, we want to say Kahalal, La Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakah Kodash, the honors of the apostles of GMS, we learn the truth from.
Okay.
All right. And, you know, Shalom and peace to the elect. All right.
Shalom.
And Kwame Yashua and Abad Babal.
But
The Waffle Abba Ball.
what?
What the